Tyler Montgomery here, the publisher of Brewer Magazine, and welcome to episode 8 of Brewer Magazine, the podcast. In this episode, I want to focus on Twitter as opposed to a lot of what we've done with Facebook. I want to preface that, though, by saying I still think Facebook is the most obvious choice of social media for your brand, although you should focus on all media marketing outlets that you can. However, there are some positives to Twitter. Some entrepreneurs will really like the idea of developing a personal brand, which, people like Gary Vaynerchuk and others out there will say that Twitter is really good for developing that personal brand. It lets you interact with people more in a real-time manner. But let's talk a little bit about what it will do for your brand and what it could do for your personal brand if that's what you prefer. But I'm going to take you over to our screen real quick, and I'm going to show you essentially a little bit about what's going on with Twitter ads, how you can use Twitter to your advantage, and we'll make this happen on my own personal page. So welcome to the insights of Tyler Montgomery on Twitter. So welcome to my personal Twitter profile. From here, I want to be kind of quick about this, but we'll go through just the basics of what Twitter is. Up here in the upper left-hand corner, you've got what my background logo looks like. You've got my name, my tag title, the amount of tweets I've done, how many people I'm following, and how many followers I have. I'm just going to throw this out here. 1,061 tweets really isn't that many, and of course my followers isn't that many, but I go off and on the use of Twitter. I have a really hard time with using Twitter. Sometimes, I'm just not as interactive as I think you might need to be successful on Twitter. Just below this, you have your trends. Of course, today we've got a lot of news coming out from the NCAA, the University of Louisville, Rick Pitino, the Warriors Parade. These are all, just things that people are talking about the most on Twitter. Up here, of course, you have your ongoing feed. It updates you every so often with how many new tweets and what you haven't clicked on, and you can click on these and refresh it, and it'll tell you exactly when things were posted, and you can comment, you can make a comment on it or a reply, you can retweet if you think it's cool, you can like it, and then you can send a direct message. You can't always send direct messages, or you used to not be able to always send direct messages, but it looks like they've done a better job of being able to allow that to occur. This is a good way, if you use Twitter the right way, the way that people like Gary Vaynerchuk may tell you to use it. It's a conversation piece. You need to spend time being here and tweeting people and commenting, and as a brewer or owner of a brewery, it's a really good place to connect with other breweries and share your insights and share your knowledge and just be a community. But like I said, Twitter's sometimes going well, sometimes it's not going well. For a personal brand, it's a really good way for you to connect with other brewers and just continually talk about brewing, can talk about the business aspects. Of course, you can find me. My hashtag is @KYDrummer. That's a long story, but anyhow, you can always find me, and I'll chat back and forth with you as much as humanly possible. From here, for your brand, for the actual brewery brand, it's a really good way to connect with consumers and just keep talking with consumers. Here, I'm going to add this real quick so we can stop watching down here with Jason Isbell. So, anyhow, what you want to do is just be in constant communication. Now, what we talked about in Facebook was one of the things where you can do adverts. Adverts on Facebook are a really good way for you to constantly build more and more traction with your followers, with your fans, with your customer base. Regardless of the size of your community, you can always just have a presence right there in front of them. So with Twitter, you can do the same thing. However, there's a reason that I've never really gotten behind this, and there's a reason I've never really shown you this. But I'm going to show it to you anyways because it's worth looking into. So you're going to go up to your little spot right here. It'll probably have your brewery logo, or if it's a personal brand, it'll have yourself. You'll go down to Twitter ads. You'll click on Twitter ads. It's going to take you to a new pop-up screen. And it'll give you these options, whether you're looking for website clicks or conversions, or if you're looking for followers. These are different things that you can click on. If you wanted to add followers because you wanted to build more of a community around your brand, you can go into the followers. it'll tell you exactly how it works. Your followers amplify your message on and off Twitter, promote your account to build engaged audience. You'll pay for only the followers you gain. You aren't billed for other types of engagements. And you'll use it. You tweet frequently and want more people to see what you share. You have less than 1,000 followers. So you create a campaign. It'll bring you to all these windows. Of course, you're going to first title it Followers 1. You can name it anything you want. But down in here, you're going to find your country. Let's see, you can look up, we're in Winchester, Kentucky, actually. No, it didn't like that. This is going to be tough. Let's see. Doesn't really look like we have the option. See, that's kind of one of the first frustrating things about, here we are. We'll use it with the zip code. But that's one of the frustrating things about Twitter that I don't like, is it's hard to necessarily find people. You can add followers, you can add interests, tailored audiences, behaviors. This is where I also get kind of frustrated. I was playing with this a little while ago, and if you add followers, or let's see, remove followers, we're adding interests. Type beer. That works. We're all brewers, so we want people that like beer to follow us. Here's the other thing. We're all craft brewers. Nothing. What about brewing? Breweries? I don't really know what else we could actually put together. How about beer brewing? Nothing. See, so it kind of gives you this large spectrum. Up here in the upper right-hand corner, it'll tell you your potential audience size, 371,000 to 556,000. Of course, we're probably not going to get that high. You can also browse categories. This leaves a lot to be desired from a branding standpoint. You can find unique things like life stages, dads, college students. You can get down on personal finance. Sports is really big. Society. If you wanted to, reach a bunch of dating people, that could work for you. But it just doesn't. It just doesn't really come into the areas of business that we're really focused on. We'll continue on. You can play around with these and figure out different targeting strategies. Coming down to set your budget, just a lot like Facebook. This will pop up and tell you, cap the amount you want to spend each day. The maximum resets daily at midnight, American New York time. So you can say, each day, let's say $1 a day. So gives you your estimated reach, estimated daily impressions, estimated daily follows. You could also even set a total budget. Let's say 200. Let's see what it gives us there. So I guess we're going to have to, $5 then. So it'll adjust our reach based on the amount of money that we've given it. It's just kind of continually funding. Down here, it gives you this opportunity, promoted only tweets. So you'll click here and you'll create a tweet that, is something that's, exciting for you or exciting for your brand or something you want to promote, or if you want to get followers, just promoting something in general. But none of this really, it's going to leave you wanting, just a lot of different things. After you click this, after you write your promoted tweet, you're going to click launch, and it's going to take you to a paid platform, and then you'll be able to monitor what's getting clicks and what's not getting clicks. There's also a website that you can go to increase your Twitter followers. It was just a little business side of Twitter, a link that I found somewhere. And I'll post this in the comments section or in the tag section about how you can, so you can just click on this and go discover more about Twitter. And that's really all I've got to say about Twitter. Like I said from the very beginning, it's really just not a platform that I really love. I'm working every day to try and get better with it and to try and understand it a little bit more. But at this moment, I just don't see it being, very useful for growing your brand in an easy way. You really have to put in the sweat equity to get the results out of Twitter. You've got to, continually interact and communicate with people. You're going to want to share ideas. You don't want to just, comment on things all the time, and you really just want to kind of just be a constant interaction between you and your customer base. Going back to the whole personal brand thing, if you're into that, go and check out some of Gary Vaynerchuk's videos on YouTube. He talks a lot about personal branding. As you could tell from my Twitter followers, I don't have the biggest personal brand. It's not something I've ever really been all about. But outside of that, I'm trying to figure out Twitter every single day so I can share that stuff with you guys. But if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them back. And like I said, I'm always learning on Twitter. Facebook's really where my strong suit is, and Instagram is where I'm really trying to pick up some steam. So, but if you want to, give me a follow on Twitter. Like I said, my tagline is at kydrummer.com, or kydrummer, not even a .com. See, that's so different from everything else. But anyhow, tweet me and ask me why I have it at kydrummer or kydrummer, and we'll start a conversation and hopefully talk about brewing and brewing business. But anyhow, I hope you all get on Twitter. I hope you use it as a resource. I hope you can connect with your customers better with this in this area. And we'll catch you in vlog number 9. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.